You know that moment when you open your bank app and you don't immediately feel your stomach drop? When you're not doing mental math like, if I buy groceries today, am I eating pasta for the rest of the week? When a small, unexpected expense doesn't feel like a threat, just an inconvenience. That moment doesn't happen randomly. It happens at a very specific point. And no, it's not when you become rich. It's not six figures. It's not $1 million. It's much smaller than that. And once you cross it, money stops feeling like an enemy and starts behaving like a tool. Most people never even realize this line exists. They think they're bad with money, or unlucky, or behind. But the truth is, they're just stuck on the wrong side of a financial threshold. Today, I want to show you the number where everything changes even more, not because of the money itself, but because of what it unlocks in your brain. My name is Mike, and I spend way too much time thinking about personal finance, money psychology, and why people who do the right things with money still feel stuck for years. If you're trying to build savings, invest, and actually move forward instead of constantly putting out financial fires, make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if it helps you see money differently. Because once you understand this milestone, a lot of financial stress finally starts to make sense. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine trying to swim while wearing a heavy backpack. You can still move. You're still making progress. But every stroke costs more energy than it should. That's what money feels like when you don't have enough saved. Every decision is heavier than it needs to be. Choosing a job, handling a bill, saying no to something you want. You're not bad at swimming. You're just carrying too much weight. Another way to think about it is this. It's like driving a car with the fuel gauge permanently near empty. You're constantly watching it. Every detour feels risky. Every mistake feels dangerous. Even good decisions feel stressful because there's no margin for error. When you live below a certain savings level, your brain is stuck managing risk, not opportunity. And that's the part nobody tells you. When money is tight, your brain switches into survival mode. In survival mode, your brain asks questions like, how do I make it to next month? What's the fastest fix? What hurts the least right now? Not the smartest option, the fastest one. That's why people take jobs they hate, stay in toxic situations, make short-term decisions they later regret. It's not a discipline problem. It's like trying to plan a 5-year career move while your house is on fire. Your brain doesn't care about growth when it's busy preventing collapse. And here's a quick example. If your laptop breaks and you have no savings, your brain doesn't ask, what's the best long-term solution? It asks, how do I survive this week? Credit card. Buy cheap. Delay something else. But when you do have savings, that same problem becomes a choice. Repair it, replace it, upgrade if it makes sense. Same problem, different brain. There's a financial line that separates surviving from building. For most people, that line sits around $20,000. Not because it's magical, but because for many households that represents 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Below this level, money is defensive. Above this level, money becomes strategic. You stop asking, how do I avoid disaster? And start asking, how do I improve my situation? That shift alone changes everything. Here's where the math finally shows up. When you have $2,000 invested and earn 8%, you make about $160 in a year. Nice, but barely noticeable. At $20,000, that same 8% becomes $1,600. Now it matters. Nothing about your strategy changed, nothing about your intelligence changed, only the scale. It's like pushing a snowball. At first it barely grows, but once it reaches a certain size, every push adds more momentum than before. This is why the first milestone feels impossible, and the next ones feel faster. The effort stays the same, the results accelerate. But the biggest change isn't mathematical, it's personal. Saving $20,000 means you've proven something to yourself. You've shown that. You can delay gratification, you can say no repeatedly, you can stay consistent over time. That rewires how you see yourself. Before, you were someone hoping nothing went wrong. After, you're someone prepared when it does. You stop reacting. You start choosing. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this right now?" you ask, "Is this worth the opportunity cost?" That's not budgeting. That's identity. Here's what wealthy people understand instinctively. Money doesn't create opportunity. Options do. And savings buy options. With $20,000, a car repair is annoying, not catastrophic. A job change is possible, not terrifying. A career risk becomes thinkable. You don't even need to use the money. Just having it changes how you move through the world. You negotiate differently, you think longer term, you take better risks. And that's why money seems to attract more money. Not because of luck, but because options compound. Everything changes after $20,000 because your brain exits survival mode, your decisions stop being reactive, and your money starts working with you. It's not wealth, but it's the foundation of it. If this helped you see money differently, subscribe for more realistic explanations about personal finance. And check out the next video in this playlist.